You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. It's weird how the business of football and things involving football works, or even the media, because this time last year, Michael Lombardi was a very, very major part of my podcasting consumption. He had a podcasting show, the GM Shuffle. You could either watch it on YouTube or listen to it on podcast. I like to listen to it while I was driving. And now he's no longer there. Now he's like the general manager for the North Carolina football program, right? The Tar Heels. And, of course, him and Belichick are very tight. Matt Patricia, they all three had a podcast together. I did not listen to it. I won't kid you. Even as much as I like Michael Lombardi, he's, of course, a former NFL GM. He has come out and he has taken a flamethrower to a lot of the alleged drama. And somebody needs some Dramamine. Some drama around Jordon Hudson, Bill Belichick, him leaving North Carolina, all of that. All right. But this is interesting because he's come out like a junkyard dog before, which is one of the things I like about Mike Lombardi. He's a big like mobster dude and, you know, all that kind of thing. Far as like the things he's interested in. And he's interested in the gangster stuff and all that. I like it too. I just finished the first season of Mobland. So normally, like if he sees a bad report, like he destroyed Pro Football Talk a while back about one of their reports. Well, he does seem to be handling things a little bit differently now. And of course, they hired that PR expert just recently. And in fact, Florio's the one that put this article up. Right here on Saturday morning, UNC General Manager Michael Lombardi appeared on ESPN Radio's Marty and McGee. Where the hell are they? And Lombardi was asked about a slew of reports regarding Belichick and Hudson. Quote, I mean, a lot of it is just noise, Lombardi said. And for us to be distracted by something that has no bearing, that has no relevance whatsoever, that is a complete falsehood. In terms of what people are saying or what they're writing, it's comical. And for me to really even attack anybody who's saying it gives them credibility, which I don't, because it's a completely false narrative. So he's saying it's a nothing to see here. Please move along. Although every time I think about nothing to see here, I think about Leslie Nielsen in The Naked Gun, walking out telling people nothing to see here when all hell's breaking loose behind them, and or CNN, these protests are mostly peaceful. That shit is burning to the ground behind them. You always got to be aware of that. It sounds as if North Carolina PR expert Brandon Faber has been working with Lombardi because Lombardi is otherwise wired to attack, and attack some more. Okay. Yeah, this is my point. This is what he said to Florio back on January 14th. Florio dropped a story. Bill Belichick's North Carolina staff is slow to take shape, which is making plenty of frayed nerves in Chapel Hill. He wrote an article. Lombardi said, we are not slow, just being diligent. Hired 3 people on Sunday. Not one is nervous other than this erroneous report. A completely fabricated story, thank you. So he just came out and called Mike Lombardi flat a liar. Now, look, some things Florio drive me crazy on. The Aaron Rodgers hate from Florio and Florio not being able to stay out of politics drives me nuts. Okay, but everybody acts like he doesn't have contacts in the league, and that's complete bullshit. All right, I know for an absolute fact, Mike Florio knows about everybody. Like direct lines to coaches, agents, players. I mean, you name it. It just is what it is. He's got contacts. Quote, I mean, let's face it, he said. One report had Belichick wasn't supposed to be here at the beginning of June. And the next report came out that he was going to go back to the NFL. I mean, it's all a bunch of stuff being thrown against the wall. My job is to focus on North Carolina football, and Bill's job is to focus on North Carolina football. And that's what he has done, and that's what I've done. And we're going to continue to do that. And the noise out there comes from a direction of people trying to be disruptive within our program. Within our program? Huh? We're not going to allow. We're not going to acknowledge it. We're going to move on. I assume he meant outside of the program. It says within our program. And look, let's face it, the proof's in the pudding. We're having a tremendous recruiting class. We had a tremendous portal, and we're going to continue to get better. The reporting also has been so much more extensive than the potential implications of dramatic reduction in Belichick's buyout. As of June 1, it went from $10 million to $1 million, and no one has reported he's going back to the NFL because he's been shut out from 2 complete hiring cycles. You know, I made a video the other day about John Gruden and the Dolphins. Belichick's another one that you always got to remember when these. I think Mike McDonald, if he doesn't win 11 games, if he doesn't win a playoff game, down in if he does not win a playoff game, Mike McDaniel. I say McDonald. Anyway, Mike McDaniel. God, I always think about Josh McDaniels. Anyway, if he does not win a playoff game in Miami, then he's going to be done. Belichick's a guy you could think about because they're going to want to go. Everybody's talked about how easy going Mike McDaniel is down there. Well, we know Belichick wouldn't be. We know John Gruden wouldn't be. All right, so Miami's someplace that you want to think about there. Lombardi was also asked about internal reaction to the CBS interview. Quote, "We had no reason to circle the wagons. Everybody looked at each other and was like in complete amazement. I mean, so we didn't have any reason to circle the wagons. The reason we had was to focus on what we were doing, as Bill said in a lot of interviews, and I don't want to speak for Coach Belichick, but he said, look, Jordon does stuff in the business outside of North Carolina football, not here. I mean, it's just completely a story that was generated, basically made up. I mean, it's tremendous. You know, you could be a great novelist. Some of the people that report this stuff, there's no reason to circle the wagons. Look, when we play Clemson, we're going to have to circle the wagons. When we play TCU on the opening game, we're going to have to circle the wagons. Those are the competition. This is just noise. All right, and then he goes on to talk about things being just noise and there's being no relevance. Well, Florio's right to point out there are emails that show there's noise inside the building. That's a fact at this point. All right, that at least there's some people at North Carolina that's not real. At least they weren't real happy about the Jordon Hudson thing. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. At this point has been proven, and as they gather, they're going to keep coming for those emails. You know, I mean, honestly, I do say this though. You notice how things have. I made a video about the buyout dropping, but things have quietened down. That PR guy's working. All right, and I've said I think North Carolina wins 8 games this year. All right, 8 games is a lot at North Carolina. If they win 8 games, that's going to be a big deal. I said I think if he stays around and no NFL team hires Bill and he coaches next year, I think they win 10 games. I think they flirt with the back end of the college football playoff. And if they do that and or make the college football playoff, Jesus, they may build him a statue at North Carolina. I mean, that will be a huge deal. What he can parlay that into at what I guess he would be 75 by that time, or maybe even 76. I'm not sure what he can turn that into. Although Pete Carroll just came back. I don't know. I'm not sure a lot of people know. I think Pete Carroll is older than Bill Belichick. And he's still out there like catching wide receiver passes. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.